Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Jack 2, the second one. We've now learned
that second one.
I'm serious. That's what the. Oh crap! There goes the car.
Oh well, there goes the second one.
See, there you go. Anyway, now that is an actual title for a movie somewhere. But anyway, yeah, we learned that we were screwed up, and all the forces showed up, all the police.
It's my fault. The Baron threatened to kill Ashlyn for spying. His own daughter. I couldn't risk that.
So you ratted us out.
Oh, god damn it. We were starting to like you.
You liked him to begin with?
He had... I don't know, I liked his edges.
Well, I'll find Vin. Go to the fortress.
Getting any of them.
And why should we trust you?
Because you and I both know the Baron would have killed Ashlyn.
Who?
It'll be a tough
his daughter.
Who?
Probably suicide.
I don't know.
I'm joking. Like...
I think he's doing.
I mean, honestly, like, considering what I remember of Jack 3, like, they do a lot more with Ashley in Jack 3 than they do here. Here, you only just see her, like, what, three or four times at most?
Sex appeal.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's straight up sex appeal.
Oh, the red.
Yeah, the redhead. The one you'd swear looked like she and Torn would have been siblings.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is that at the end of this game, they do kind of start. They do start playing at. I mean, in this game, they do kind of start playing at like how it almost could have been Torn and Ashlyn as the romance, but in 3 spoilers, they kind of start pushing for more between Jack and Ashlyn.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I don't care too much about.
It should have been Kira.
Yeah, like
well, okay, they kind of like tried to fix that some more in Lost Frontier. I don't know how far. I don't know how far they pushed it in Lost Frontier or not.
Well, I know she was...
Well, I do know that Naughty Dog weren't the people that made it.
Yeah, it was, it was for all intents and purposes its own, like, fan fiction.
Pretty much. Whoa!
Off it goes.
Okay, get rid of this guy. So, this is, not gonna lie, this is a pretty hard level. I said it in the wrong order. A pretty hard level we're going into here because it is nothing short of an endurance run, basically. So first, you have this room where these Crimson Guards are going to be infinitely spawning until you get to the end of the corridor. And, of course, you can't really get to the end of the corridor until you push these buttons, which means you have to survive them all coming at you and shooting at you, while... and don't worry, they don't have Stormtrooper Syndrome forever. They just, like, miss a few times for warning shots, and as you saw, if they hit you while you're in midair, you're kind of boned. You don't get a chance to, like... aerial recovery,
yeah.
Or make an aerial recovery to a safe landing.
It's like, goddamn, like, would it kill the developers to give us some sort of, like, temporary shield?
I would have liked that, but for now, all we have is, oh jeez, get out of here,
and not have every hit take like 2 hits. It's like we're literally playing Jack 1 all over again. It's like, what was even the point?
Yeah, what's the point of giving me, like, what's the point of making each health bar look like 2 if I'm only going to lose 2 in the beginning with? Just give me 4 big ones.
Yeah, seriously.
So, we now have 1 hit until I get a health box to get me through the rest of this entire area.
And let me guess, there's no checkpoints whatsoever?
Gosh!
Whoa!
Okay, yeah, if those guys aim at you, quickly just punch and you'll move fast enough to dodge the bullet. But yeah, there are no checkpoints. If at any point before... I get to the next cutscene. If at any point I die, I go right back to the beginning. Welcome to the final chapter of the games, guys. Or final chapter of this game. Yeah, we just started. Ow!
Okay.
We just started Act 3, so we got some of the toughest challenges ahead.
Like
climbing up a slope.
Yeah, seriously.
I was not ready for that.
Who'd have thought physics would be working to our detriment this time around?
Yep, they're mixing it up now. They're shooting from above this time. I got these guys. Oh gosh.
This may as well be the final fucking
You
level.
can't say they don't at least try.
Here. And yes, as you can imagine, this did take me a couple tries. But again, I will give this game that you technically do have infinite lives. Mm-hmm. It's fairly quick respawn, and like it's not a very unfair game, I don't think.
You know what would have been better if they didn't respawn the enemies every time you died?
That would have helped, or maybe refill your ammo. Ow! Okay.
Yeah, seriously.
Melee these guys.
Oh boy.
I mean, we're not living in the mid '90s anymore. It's like, oh, look at that.
This is the first room, and there's also a prison.
See, Jack, we're back to the day you were born. Oh,
What the?
Hey, Tess.
Tess.
Oh, hello.
Hey there, sweetheart.
Hey.
The little headmaster has saved the day.
How you doing?
Oh, and I let Jack tag along too.
Hey, Samos.
My little hero.
Aw.
Hey, Samos, how you doing?
Hey.
Oh,
I added 6 rings
Hey,
to
man.
my trunk waiting for you to
Samos
get me
and
out of here.
Just-
Samos?
Yeah, cow horns. What happened to you, Jack?
Oh god.
You're you. I mean, the other
What?
you. I mean, you know.
Good to see he's just as angry as ever.
Twin. Great grasp.
oh, twins.
Wait, what?
Believe what a
Oh,
great
time twins.
He said they're twins.
Time twins is
Okay,
As-
time twins. That makes sense.
as in you remember as in like we're in the future. Apparently, and yeah, this is where things are gonna get a little complicated a little bit later. Also, they're arguing because he wants to get the kid, because the old Samos knows about the kid, but the younger Samos just thinks we should just start fighting the bear. And so, basically, this timeline, we're in the future. Young Samos is from the future, which means that somehow he ends up in the past, so that the older Samos will become who he is today.
You got all that?
Vin's activating the warp gate.
$2 and feel
It makes no devil damn sense.
I wish I had that quote memorized. Thank you, Dex. I wish I could memorize that quote Krunk says.
Oh, let's. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Just go back to like we noticed like we were like the camera just shifted right. He's like, yeah, don't forget the camera, man.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
We are live.
But yeah, the
on
thing you're
set.
talking about, Krunk. Which one is that supposed to be again?
You got all that, honey. $2 appears to filter a guild again. Got bugs. This
Oh, that.
I wish I could just like that's what this whole plot is. For a second.
And change the bull to a
God.
guild. That's the only part I remember.
Did we miss something while we were gone?
That's his nap time, of course. Oh.
Huh?
His little stumpy legs.
Yeah, those are his legs. He's just.
Since the boss is out of it right now.
Well, it's a good thing he pays a lot. Otherwise, I wouldn't be dealing with this baby for the life of me.
Things I'm not proud of.
It's. Oh, hang on.
This time, I think Krew's gotten himself and us into something really nasty.
Oh dear.
I'm thinking of getting out.
You gonna get out the hard line?
Sig's beginning to like us, Jack. Come here, you big lug. Pops for everyone.
Aw.
I think Krew's
Gosh dang it, Dax, you woke him up. We're gonna learn something
Uh-oh.
good.
Relax.
Oops.
Watch me butter up Bun Boy.
Idiot.
Are you kidding me, Dax?
How's it feel floating on top of the food chain? Ooh, Krewmeister. Have you been exercising? You're looking good. You are definitely living large.
Nice.
And those legs, they're so chiseled.
Smooth, Daxter. Smooth.
Chisels.
They look like chisels.
and visit that statue.
It just comes up with a freaking errand for us right on the spot.
I half expected for this game to be really grim comedy. Okay, so we have to have another escort quest, and it sucks. Also, knowing
Gotcha.
this game's dark comedy and with how fat he is, I really would not have blinked if like they look so chiseled, and then one of his legs just pops off. No blood, just on the ground.
Oh, and I wasn't using that leg anyway.
In fact, I think I could butter it up and deep fry it with
Here
no.
comes Pretty.
Hey,
About time you show.
so these are three guys. The only one that really matters is Jinx. He's the guy with the big red bandana on his face, because he actually returns as a character in 3.
Just
Really?
And fun fact, if I'm correct, he's voiced by the same guy who voices Jack.
Interesting.
If I'm correct, I want to say.
So if he ends up being axed off, it causes a time paradox.
Ow, although goodness, you'd think with all that we're doing here, we would have messed up time somewhere. But
Tell me about
yes.
it.
So they are three comical, lovely demolition men who we are taking on a mission back into the sewers because they're going to do something very nice, and I am assured eco-friendly to the Statue of Mar that we got the key from in the very early on. But we have to defend them from these hosts.
Translation didn't in the slightest.
Probably. I think actually they heard a puppy somewhere unintentionally. Even they do something. I don't know.
Hey, nobody got hurt.
But
Well,
nobody-
maybe somebody got hurt, but nobody we do.
Vinny is my favorite Disney character. You know, that's nothing. We were mentioning this earlier. Just okay, completely off-topic conversation. I would love to see Kingdom Hearts do something with Atlantis. Whoa.
I could definitely see them doing something with Atlantis. Just a matter of how exactly it would work with that movie.
Cause just the world that they have like built like around that with all the fantastical creatures, the technology. I could see something.
Like I could see it working with like the actual city of Atlantis. I'm more so talking about like the more human aspects of it, like the team that goes to explore it.
Maybe.
Yeah, they could have done more with them personally. Like I remember, like Tara and I actually watched that movie a couple months back, and looking back on it, like it does have some interesting ideas, but the execution leaves a lot to be desired.
They're trying to go with a more serious toned kind of Disney story, which had had ups and downs.
Yeah, like it's kind of a no-brainer why that movie didn't do too well at the box office.
Let's go back.
So they each have their health bars and they don't take a lot of hits. And if you're wondering why for a while, okay, oh crap, okay,
Oh,
now
God.
they're doing good. If you're wondering why back there I wasn't getting any metalheads, because I had to redo this part.
So basically you're
Get out of that monkey muck.
ugh, monkey muck.
Fighting, man. I'm beginning to like you.
All right, let's keep moving.
Seriously, don't you guys know what that stuff is? It's filled with poo water.
Oh no, not the chop.
Wow, beams of death.
Well, to be fair, these guys are these guys are, well, I don't know if they're part of the underground or what, but I'm sure they dealt with worse than poo water.
Yeah. And, oh jeez, more of them.
I mean,
Is that
especially
me?
considering who the head honcho of this city is.
That's true. Ow. Okay. Okay.
Oops.
We're on the low in health. We're on the low in health, and yes, once again, if you died at any point, back to beginning. This game is very frugal with its checkpoints.
Thank you, Jack 3, for being a little better about that.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of Jack 3, that's something that I don't remember if it was addressed previously, but in terms of difficulty, how would you say Jack 3 fares compared to the other two games?
It's a lot more. It's a lot more balanced.
Coming out.
Yeah. I think Jack 2 is easily the hardest out of the trilogy. Jack 3 does have challenge, but as you will see, they definitely are. Uh-oh.
Ah, crap.
Ooh, boy.
That's a lot of metalheads.
That is a lot of them. Oh, you know what to do. Unfortunately, I have a dark bomb still prepped up, or dark whatever. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I should be fine. Got plenty of ammo, but yeah, let's just do this.
Whatcha?
Get out. Unfortunately, that does not damage friendlies. Is that all of them? Nope, not yet.
No,
But,
to be fair, considering how many were on the goddamn ceiling, I think there was plenty more than that.
yeah, I think 3 does still have its own challenge, but it definitely, as you'll see when we get to that type, they definitely do a much better job of making sure you're properly outfitted for those challenges, as opposed to this, where you're just sometimes it feels like you're just
Gotcha.
straggling.
I mean, hell, I was actually pretty close to beating that game up until, like, I want to say near, like, somewhere around the last third.
Was it just like lack of interest, or?
I remember there was one challenge around there that started getting me some crap, and I just said screw it.
Okay.
It was, without spoiling anything, I think it was the shooter section.
You're not going back that way.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there is a part. There's like a little top-down shooter part.
I don't think it's top down. I think it's first person.
Okay, well, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that one has 1 or 2 challenges, but not.
Stand back. We're professionals.
Hold up, Dax. Let's see what they're doing.
Oh, this should prove totally safe.
Wait, who told you to? No!
They misspelled 2.
I think they did.
What just happened?
Doop.
Why did
See,
they
there's
do that?
Here's what we're
Because apparently
Your face.
that was inside.
Thanks for the escort, buddy.
Oh.
Get back to Krew.
I guess. So for those who saw the opening cutscene, that may look familiar, in that we actually will probably need that later. That was a part of that time machine.
Oh. God damn it, Krew.
And of course, he's wanting to take it for probably sell for millions or something. He's a collector of art.
Does anyone ever wonder where we keep that thing?
Which thing?
Oh, the other communicator?
The thing
Oh,
that's following us.
I don't
Yeah.
know, actually. Oh, it looks like it shrinks down to our pocket. I don't know. It's future tech. Future.
You would think by now it'd be a little outdated.
Parking.
Eh,
Oh, and check it. Our reward?
Course record.
A peacemaker.
Ooh. Like, just straight up? I thought I thought it was just a one of a kind.
Nah, apparently you just need to put a skull on something and bam.
Peacemaker. Now we're rocking.
Never do that again, Jack. Winking does not work.
So I assume it's pretty much this game's Magnum.
Yeah, or more like I don't know,
Boomstick.
like a. Yeah, I guess you hold you crack it out, and then you charge with the fire button, then release it, and you fire a big old energy projectile. But
Okay.
as fate would have it, we have another mission. Oh crap!
Errol.
Isn't the dark eco-free?
Hey.
Where's Kira? Don't worry. I'm keeping a close
Oh crap! He has the hots for her.
You think by now he would just apprehend Jack? I mean, he is a
Yeah, I
criminal.
mean, yeah, like put aside the freaking personal vendetta. Like you're right here. You have me. You know I'm wanted.
Oh, I see why now. He's letting his own ego get the better of him.
He's quite ever the dramatic, as once again we'll learn in later things.
Yes, it's nice to...
Kira.
Oh yeah, here, fresh people who broke out of your jail.
Yeah,
Right in
I
front of
know,
you,
right?
Errol.
My mechanic. Stay away from her.
What a jerk.
Errol's the best racer I've ever seen.
And that laugh is so charming. How malevolent it is.
Look at you. People say you get angry and change.
For the
By the way, Jack, I'm sorry, but this is hard for me to get used to. What's with the
I was
voice?
gonna say,
Are we really dealing with this now?
Jack, I really need more of a listener, not a talker in my relationships.
Don't come crying to me when the walls fall down.
Oh crap! And now Jack
Oh,
left in a
boy.
huff,
Where you going there, pal? Jack?
and Jack leaves in a huff,
Attention all drivers.
and we need a driver.
Class 2 races will begin.
So my money's on Samos. No.
You'll have to drive for the team.
Ooh.
We need this win to qualify for the final championship.
How hard can it be? Just hold on tight and point the thingy where I want it to go, right? And then there's the other thingy that makes it go fast.
Right.
Fast is good. I can do this.
And that's apparently all you need to know.
If I don't recall if you could play as Daxter by himself and then Jack. Oh, look at that. You guys on
Okay.
cover thingy.
Get out of the way.
It's a lot harder than I thought.
So I was getting out of the way because whenever you turn around like
Devil damn it.
sandwich, it's fun. But yeah, honestly, yeah, don't worry about it. He really just controls the exact same.
Okay. That being said, yeah, I don't recall if you could play as Daxter by himself in cross racing. I want to say he's just paired up with Jack whenever you use him.
Does he ever need to fire his? Does he ever like fire a gun or anything like he does in this game when you're in normal speeders?
Oh, every character can do that with their vehicle.
Oh, okay. I guess yeah, that was really more of a huge extension from Jack 3 and that whole system.
More or less, yeah.
Which I mean, not gonna lie. Well, again, we'll see it eventually. We're getting close to the end of this one, but
I do need to get around to replaying it because I haven't touched it since I bought the PS4 collection.
oh yeah, I gotta play them more.
Nope.
Again, would not mind if they wanted to do something with Ratchet and Clank, especially the future series, because again, the first one, because of no trophy support, is not on PS4 at all.
Actually, speaking of which, I think I may have brought this up earlier, but I know through a certain means you could unlock Ratchet and Jack Cross.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think you need a save file for one of the 3 games. Probably up your arsenal because that was like the most recent game at the time, aside from. Actually, it was either that or Deadlocked. But you can. I think you can use any of them in any of the Ratchet save files, and you'll unlock them.
Which is sad because I'm thinking, like, I don't think Jack or Daxter had any sort of any sort of inclusion or involvement in Deadlocked, which I like to think was like the sister game to Jack X. Like,
not that I can recall. No,
Which is-
I
which
know
is-
next to nothing of Deadlocked.
but I was gonna say, like, especially given the setting, like the plot of Deadlock is that again, which is why I didn't think Move Heroes was such an inspired title.
Yeah.
Deadlocked was the exact same story of people from around the galaxy gathered together to fight in a competition.
Yeah, Ratchet should know the game by now.
But yeah, I'm surprised that with a premise like that, they didn't find some excuse to weasel in Jack or Daxter in there somewhere. The best we got was in Up Your Arsenal when they went. You do go to a planet called Planet Dax, and they even make a comment about Ratchet's like Dax. It's like, hey. All right, we did it.
Hey, yay, we did it!
Now we got our own.
You know, it's kind
Sorry, go ahead, hype.
of. Well, first,
Now there's a handsome winner.
You did it, Daxter. You helped us qualify for the big race.
Yay!
Without a doubt, I backseat drive for Jack all the time.
Totally works.
When do I get the winner's big kiss?
Maybe later, if you're a good.
And meanwhile, Jack comes back. It's like,
We showed those
I
Class 2 losers
don't
a
know
thing
what
or
to
two,
think
huh?
about Tess right now. Not until
You
later.
drifted a little high in the turns a few times, but you hung in there. I'm proud of you, Dad.
aww. Now there's a budding friendship.
No,
Because I do like to think that back when they were both elves, that Daxter looked up to Jack somewhat. Like, they looked like a good, couple best friends sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, why would Daxter be okay with me literally rolling on his body with these somersaults every single time? Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, James. Right.
You know what?
Who says
it's still funny thinking back on it, like the whole like Kira always mentioning like Jack always getting angry, but honestly, he's been pretty balanced throughout this whole entire adventure.
I guess she's just talking about the Dark Jack thing.
True.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Hype?
Sorry.
I was just saying, it's kind of funny that we've been talking about Ratchet for a little bit, because the other day when I went to see my dad, I finally got around to playing a good chunk of the PS4 Ratchet reboot.
Nice. What'd you think of it?
It took a little bit to get used to, mainly because I don't know if it's a fault of his controller, but it almost felt a little bit sticky at first.
They both said "good hunting" at the exact same time with the exact same inflection. You're like, okay,
Jinx.
Yeah, I'll just say. Oh wait, real quick before you continue, I'm just gonna say. So this mission is you're gonna find 4 walking bombs. This mission's hard, by the way. You're gonna find 4 walking bombs, and you need to shoot them down and blow them up before they reach the hideout. And it's hard because again, you have limited health, and these things are heavily guarded. But that's it. All right, back to you, Hype.
Anyway, aside from that, I enjoyed what I played of it. Like, I think the last thing I did on before I had to leave was I went on, I forget the name of the planet, but it's the one where you help Skidman Marks and his agent.
Oh, Iridia, the desert one.
Yeah, I did Iridia, and I was able to help out the both of them. And I was also, trying to think, I think I was about to do, like, one other thing before I stopped. One thing I did notice, though, like, playing through the game so far, is that I don't know whether it's, like, a carryover from the first game, or just a fault of my own, but I really need to get more accustomed to using weapons properly, because I died quite a handful of times in combat in that.
Was it because you ran out of ammo, or...?
I think it's a variety of things. Ammo assumption, and just me thinking I could just do well with my wrench. Which, to be fair, in the first game does have plenty of that.
Oh yeah, but I think this one seems to almost function a little bit more on like the future series in terms of more, relying more on your weapons.
Yeah.
And that might be a fault of me because I've never really played any of the future games. Like, I've been meaning to, I just haven't.
You really should give them a try. Like, they're pretty good follow-ups.
But like, so now I'm definitely thinking like, should
I?
Oh, sorry, person. The auto lock-on wouldn't let me target the auto lock-on wouldn't let me lock onto the clearly more threatening walking bomb and instead attack the poor little Drew Carey citizen.
Also, my God, that thing takes a lot of punishment.
Yeah, that's the other reason why this part is hard, is that they are like tanks, bullet sponges anyway. And yes, you do have a little bit of a timer in that they're all constantly walking, and if any of them reach the part where Torn's base is, done. Come on.
Whoopie.
Right up the poop.
You were saying that you were considering?
I was totally thinking whether or not... Nice. I was totally thinking whether or not I should do, like, if I should start, like, if they have an HD trilogy, if I should do going Commando already, or wait to see, like, bank out and see if maybe they'll make a new reboot sequel. Because movie aside, I think the reboot game has potential.
Oh yeah, like I said, I definitely like it, and this is coming from someone that's allegedly stupid enough to like the movie, but I think at this point in time, you're probably better off just sticking with the original version of 2.
Alright. But yeah, so with that said, we now have successfully defended the base and the city numerous times. However, please let me, like, quickly just speak out about this. So Errol just saw inmates just walk outside in front of him, knows Jack is a wanted criminal. They apparently know where the resistance is, like, they know where the underground's base is, otherwise they wouldn't have been able to program those bomb bots that go towards it. How are they still losing?
Yeah, seriously.
We should have taken over by now. Anyway, but we'll have to see more mismanagement in the next part. Take care, everybody.
Till next time, everybody.
Bye.